What's going on, Squirrel Squad? It's the Squirrel, and today we are going with how does UK police equipment compare to US cops? Trying to do a couple things that are non-comedy reactions, kind of mix things up a little bit. I find that too much comedy in a row, the views start to fall down and get stale, so I want to make sure I'm keeping things mixed up, and I enjoy always learning about things anyway, so this is a nice little treat for your boy, the Squirrel. So I am interested. I mean, I know a few people in law enforcement over here. I understand pretty much how they're equipped. Let's see what the differences are between the two police forces. If it's your first time here, we do a lot of comedy reactions, some culture reactions. We do a little bit of everything. If you're like sticking around, then just hit the button and become part of the squad. Here we go.
Okay, so from top to bottom, we have our PR, our radio, communicating with each other and to control. We've got a body-worn video that's activated on most jobs. It's got a 30-second buffer, so that when we do activate it, it pre-records 30 seconds, so it gives us some sort of time. So if we do miss anything, we don't press it in time, it pre-records 30 seconds.
I just heard about this for the first time recently, about these new cameras they have, that basically it's constantly recording, and it's every second it records, it cuts off the last second. For that very reason, if the crap hits the fan, you hit record and you get where the crap hit the fan, which is great.
Beforehand, which is quite useful. I'm carrying a Taser, which is about 400 officers currently in Kent. So that's the Taser itself. It's an X2. It's got two shots capability. That's recently come in over the past year. Harbour, which is a pepper spray, which all officers carry. The ASP baton, rigid handcuffs. And then these are fast straps, so if someone's being particularly unmanageable, these Velcro straps can be placed around their legs just to make them more manageable.
Hog tying them, that's what they call it. I don't know if it's called that over there, probably. It's called hog tying them. So yeah, basically you got a camera, you got the radio, you got the baton. I mean, yeah. Standard issue police stuff.
Luckily, I've got most of the kit, albeit just apart from the Taser.
So the most noticeable thing, obviously, he's going to have is his firearm.
The amount of crap this guy's wearing.
His sidearm. These are a Glock 9mm semi-automatic handgun. In addition to that, he'll have his impact weapon, his baton, latex gloves, combat tourniquet to be able to use on civilians or fellow officers or himself for that matter.
I just want to point out, is this Yonkers, New York? Yeah, I think this is Yonkers. So it's New York. Yeah, City of Yonkers Police. So this is New York. Yonkers is right outside the big city. So this is a city cop. Yonkers is a big city. It's just that, well, it's a good, yeah, Yonkers is good size, trust me. And then it's huge. And so this guy is not, I don't know those other two gentlemen where they were policemen at. But I'm just like, this is like excessive. This is friggin' excessive. I live in a small town. Basically what the other police officers had is what our cops have. Pepper spray. They have a set of handcuffs. They, all that kind of stuff. This guy has a ton of shit on him. This is an excessive amount of stuff. The cops in my town do not have anything strapped to their legs. And I am in an average town. This is like combat. This is over the top. This is way too much. Great comparison to compare the two. It's a great idea, but you should at least compare. Unless those other guys were from a really, really high population, high crime city, this is not a fair comparison. I'm just pointing that out. This is really, really, really. I'm starting to look at this like, man, this guy has so many compartments. Like freaking Batman.
He carries a Leatherman multi-tool, handcuffs, spare magazines for his sidearm, his Taser, his radio, and an individual first aid kit, which is, again, another gunshot wound and severe bleeding prevention kit.
Sergeant, how heavy is the kit you're carrying, and does it sometimes get a little cumbersome?
It's about 30 pounds total between everything I carry. It does get cumbersome when you first put it on. I had to get used to these extra pouches here, but after a while, your body adapts to the extra bulk, and you don't feel it after a while.
Now, you're a fit bloke. You obviously work out. But I can't help but notice there's a bulge on your chest as well. Unless that's muscle, that's something. What have you got there?
I have a secondary firearm here.
So overall, our kit weighs around 7 kilograms. I'm wearing the stab vest and the kit belt. There's also an optional load vest as well, which some people prefer to wear. That obviously distributes the kit we have more on the body, whereas my kit is mainly distributed on the belt itself. Depends on personal preference on whether that's on what you wear, but that's obviously up to the individual officer.
Could you imagine going on patrol either without your firearm or your taser?
No, not
Why
at all. The job we do is extremely dangerous and unpredictable. To go out there unarmed is insane to me.
In the UK, officers don't have anything like that. The best they have is a pepper spray. Would you be prepared to police the streets?
We just saw they have tasers. What's this guy talking about? Apparently, maybe most of them don't have tasers. Maybe they have to be taser certified. I think the other guy said something about that. So maybe it's just certain people. But they just showed us police officers with a taser.
Of London like that, what would you say to those guys and women who do it in London?
I give them
in the whole of England, actually. Sorry.
I give them a lot of credit for doing what they do without the weapons and tools that we have here. I don't think I'd be a police officer over there, essentially going at the mercy of the wolves.
Captain, could you imagine sending your officers out without a taser, without a firearm of some sort?
I would sooner go out without shoes than I would without the kit like this.
And I guess you feel the same, Sergeant. It's like putting your shoes on, right?
Correct.
I think it's a different environment out there. I think the taser rollout for us would give us a very good, would give us enough useful force in this country. We obviously don't kind of have the same level of gun crime that they do in America.
Apparently, the police officers in America get the better microphone too, and they give these poor guys the shitty mic. Because I'm having a hard time hearing these guys. You know, I don't. This is sorry, but it's kind of. We get. You know, when you're reacting, you're at the mercy of the video.
And a lot of our kit is very similar. It's really just the firearm that we are lacking.
Yeah, I believe the mere presence of having a taser is almost enough sometimes to prevent a subject becoming aggressive or violent towards myself or my colleagues. It's a bright colour, it stands out, people are aware of its capabilities. When I go into jobs without having a taser as an option, subjects may feel that they have an advantage over me to some degree. Whilst I've still got kit, taser would be a lot more helpful in some situations.
Wow, leading Britain's conservation. Thank you for the video. I appreciated it. Well, you know, I give a lot of credit to the cops in the UK because, and I know that the gun laws are different, so they're not maybe coming up against as many guns, you know, but still, at the end of the day, if you got a taser, or if you're not certified in the taser, and you have the pepper spray as your next best thing, or the ASP, or the what do you call it, the collapsible baton, I'll bet those guys are better fighters. You got to be, right? Crazy, absolutely crazy. I thought it was a good comparison. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope I really hope you take into consideration that you know the cop they picked really is overstrapped. And I'm not saying, I mean, every cop carries a gun. I've never, ever have I ever seen, and again, I have friends that are police officers, never have I ever seen a cop that's got a gun in his chest. That I've never seen. It is what it is. I don't know. I gotta go. I'll catch you guys soon. Be good. Take care of yourselves. Scroll out.